The Cup of Stillness. A new motivational story. In a quiet valley surrounded by wide green fields, there lived a young man named Adrian. Although he was only 25, his heart felt older than the mountains around him. His mind never rested. Thoughts kept jumping from one worry to another, memories of mistakes he made, fears of things that had not even happened yet, and endless questions that had no answers. Because of this constant thinking, Adrian felt exhausted. He struggled to sleep, he couldn't enjoy the simple moments of life, and he often felt lost inside his own head. One morning, while sitting by the river, he overheard two travelers speaking about a remarkable woman who lived far away on a hilltop. They said she was once a respected therapist in a big city, known for helping people silence the noise in their minds. But years ago, she left that busy life behind and chose to live close to nature, offering guidance to anyone who came with sincerity. The moment Adrian heard this, a small flame of hope lit up inside him. Maybe, he thought, someone like her could finally help him understand his own thoughts. So he packed a small bag and began walking toward the distant hill. The journey took many days, but he didn't give up. When he finally reached the hilltop village, he saw a small wooden cabin surrounded by wildflowers. Outside, an elderly woman with silver hair was sitting quietly, her face calm and gentle. Adrian approached her slowly. "Teacher," he said softly, "my mind never stops. I feel like I'm drowning in my own thoughts. I want peace. Please, can you help me?" The woman opened her eyes and smiled kindly. "If peace is what you seek," she said, "then follow me. I have something simple for you." She led him to the back of the cabin, where there was a small table with a delicate ceramic cup. She filled the cup with tea until it reached the very edge, so full that even the slightest movement could make it spill. She handed the cup to Adrian and said, "Walk with this cup from here to the old oak tree at the end of the village, and then return to me. But you must not spill a single drop." Adrian was confused, but he agreed. He held the cup with both hands and began walking. The path was uneven. Children were laughing nearby. People were chatting. Birds were calling from the trees. But Adrian didn't look at any of them. His entire attention stayed on the trembling cup in his hands. Step by step, he moved slowly, carefully, focused only on keeping the tea inside. Eventually, he returned to the woman and said with relief, "I did it. I didn't spill anything." She nodded, pleased. "Good. Now tell me, did you notice the children playing by the well?" Adrian shook his head. "Did you hear the farmers shouting across the field?" Again, he said no. "Did you see the birds flying overhead?" "No. I didn't see or hear anything. I was only looking at the cup." The woman smiled softly. "That," she said, "is the lesson. When your mind stays fully in the present moment, right here, right now, there is no room left for fear or noise. You were not thinking about yesterday. You were not worrying about tomorrow. You were only here, focused, calm, alive." Adrian felt something shift inside him. For the first time in his life, he understood what inner quiet truly meant. Peace is not something we must search for outside. Peace has always been inside us, hidden beneath the noise of unnecessary thoughts. And when we return our mind to the present moment, that peace reveals itself. Adrian bowed his head respectfully. "Thank you," he said. "I finally understand. If I want a calm mind, I must learn to stay here, in this moment, not trapped in the past or the future." The woman nodded, her eyes warm with kindness. As Adrian began his journey home, the world felt different. Not because it had changed, but because he had. His mind was no longer a storm. He carried a quiet strength within him, knowing he could return to the present any time he needed peace.